What's up, everybody? Welcome to some test drive fun today. We're doing a red-black hollow one. This is the deck that Ken Yukihiro ran at the Pro Tour, Rivals of Ixalan. And this deck is going to be insanely fun to watch. It's a deck based around basically randomness. So either you're going to completely win, like in no time flat on turn like 1, 2, or 3, or you're just going to faceplant really hard, and it's going to feel real bad. You're not going to like this game at all. What's up, Josh? Yeah, do Lantern Control if you don't want to have fun. So. Although I will be making a video soon about Modern and why it's super healthy right now, even with Lantern not being banned. What's up, Magic? What's up, Henry? Hopefully we'll do well. The deck list is in the description. We did a deck tech today on the deck, but let's go over it really quickly just in case you guys are new to it. We have 4 Burning Inquiry here. So, of course, a red mana. Each player draws 3 cards, then discards 3 cards at random. Random factor, there you go. Well, then you have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 Faithless Looting. 4 Flameblade Adept, another attacker for us. 4 Lightning Bolts, so all 4 of us here. 2 Collective Brutality. 4 Bloodghast. 4 Goblin Lore. This is another card that's at random. Draw 4 cards and discard 3 cards at random. 4 Flamewake Phoenix. Bloodghast and Phoenix are great for discarding. 4 Street Wraith. 4 Hollow One. 1 Tassiger. 3 Gurmog Angler. And then we go to the sideboard here for us. We have 2 Push. 3 Grim Lavamancer. 1 Collective Brutality. 2 Ancient Grudge. 2 Big Game Hunter, 2 Blood Moon, and 3 Leyline of the Void. One of the things I would say on Ken's list is I would like to have probably some more artifact hate in the sideboard besides Ancient Grudge, maybe another Ancient Grudge here. Not really sure just yet as far as how the matches will go against a lot of Affinity or, let's say, Lantern Control. But I do love this list, and it's incredibly explosive if you're on the play. Did some testing, was beating Tron like left and right. Every time I got into a match with them, they just destroyed them. Let's get right into it, guys. Gotta move this over. All right. No tearing off of luck on draws. Let's hope not. Let's hope we do really well today. Let's see how this is on my layout. Move this over a tiny bit. There we go. Is this an exact duplicate? Yes, Anthony. It's exact duplicate. Didn't want to change anything. Play first. Yes. Because I wanted to give Ken full props on his deck list. Really loved it. Ooh, Burning Inquiry and Hollow One in hand on turn 1 here. We also have Bloodcast as a great discard outlet. Getting into Bloodstained Mire or Arid Mace is also decent as well. I think this is going to be a keep for us. Yeah, coming in at a cool 389 tickets, Anthony. Very true. I would say that's pretty normal for a... what do you call it? Modern deck. Go for a Blood Crypt coming in untapped. Let's go for Burning Inquiry. Let's see if we keep a Hollow One in hand. We do. So we get a Hollow One for free on turn 1. What's up? Didn't watch the finals because I didn't care at all. Well, it was Mardu Pyromancer versus Lantern Control, and that was about the saddest finals I think I've seen in a long time. We can't pay anything for Phoenix yet, so we're going to just say no for now. But we do have a Phoenix in the graveyard now, so if we want to pay 1 red mana during our combat step, we have a Phoenix coming in on turn 2, attacking in for 2 with haste. Playing Elves, looks like. Tooth and Nail went to the graveyard as well as Crumble to Dust. Let's see, let's go for a Scalding Tarn. Probably go for a Blood Crypt here. Yeah, let's go for a Blood Crypt here. Say yes. Let's go into combat here, and we're going to pay the 1 red for this. Whoops. Have to yield to it first. Pay 1 red. Get our Phoenix back. Go into combat. Get in for 6 on turn 2. No blocks. Let's do 9 with Lightning Bolt. Get them down to 11 on turn 2. Oh, come on, come on, come on. You're also going to have a lot of this because people know this deck now. Let's go play again. I don't know if we want to count that. We might count that in the future, but not just yet. That's funny. Yeah, turn 1 hollow one is pretty much backbreaking. Alright, let's go for a good luck, have fun. Say yes. Alright, we got 2 lands here. Phoenix, Goblin Lore, Hollow One, Stomping Ground, and a Street Wraith. This is going to be another keep for us. Watch the stream take 40 minutes and 10 matches. And now we're going to try and, you know, not count the ones that were the scoops here. But we'll see what we can do here. I'm going to keep this. Opponent is deciding whether or not to mulligan. Having Goblin Lore turn 2 does mean a Phoenix and hopefully another Hollow One will be in our hand for a double Hollow One play. Just a mad lad. Nice. But we'll see what happens here. Waiting on our opponent. They mulligan to 6. Alright, let's go for a... Let's go for a Bloodstained Mire first, and then go for a Blood Crypt. The reason is, guys, when we go for Street Wraith, we want to make sure we don't get into land. We can help it. Let's say no, because we don't have a turn 1 play just yet. Actually, we'll say yes, just in case we get into one with the Street Wraith. Should have done that first, probably. Just to see what happens. Might get into a Adept here. Or a Burning Inquiry. Got into a Blood Cast. That's fair. Alright, let's pass turn. And the elves experience sadness. It's true, Jordan. That's just what happened. Alright, going to go for a 6 on their turn. Let's see if they go for a Hand Hate spell here, or just a land and pass. If we get into a Burning Inquiry, we might use that instead of Goblin Lore, but I think Goblin Lore is probably the play on this next turn. Want to probably just play out the Mountain. Wait for a Lava Spike. Oh, so they're playing Burn, so this is going to hurt us now that we play Street Wraith and Bloodstained Mire. Blood Crypt coming in here. Let's go for a Mountain here. Let's go for Goblin Lore and see what happens. Draw 4 cards, discard 3 at random. Do we get any Hollow Ones? Come on. Come on. Oh, don't get any. You actually got it discarded. Let's see here. 3 lands. We discarded Faithless Looting, though. That's very good. Again, a turn 2 Hollow One would have been amazing there. But can't always get it. So we're going to pass turn here. Getting into 3 lands is pretty crappy. We'll see what happens. Excited to see how we do against Burn. I don't think we're going to do that well. We're already at 9 life thanks to our tap lands here. Let's go for probably a Swamp. Let's go Adept and Bloodghast. What's up, Shirtless? And then next turn we'll probably use Faithless Looting unless we're dead. Our opponent only has 1 land though, so they did miss some significant land drops. So they can only burn us for 1 spell per turn. And it's 6 for our opponent here. Let's see if they have a another land drop this turn. Doesn't look like it. Wow, passing turn. Oh, nice. So we have a Burning Inquiry here as well as a Faithless Looting. Let's go Faithless Looting first. See if we get into any other untapped lands, like another Mountain. That would be great. Likely discarding. There's a Goblin Lore and Collective Brutality. Let's see if we want to get rid of the Blood Crypts here, most likely. Yeah, let's get rid of the Blood Crypts here. And the Phoenix. No problem. We get some +1/+1. Sorry, +1/+0 right here. No problem. Happy birthday, Kai! Alright. Let's go for Wooded Foothills here. Grab a Mountain if we can. I believe there's one more in the deck here. And then go for Burning Inquiry. Goblin Lore and Brutality are great. but we really need some more like powerhouse cards in the hand right now. Burning Inquiry, discard these 3 hopefully. Let's see if we can get into a hollow one. If we do, it's actually a free play because of the Inquiry. And, I mean, of course... Ooh, got 3 more here. Looks like we threw away another hollow one. So not being too lucky on the draws here. Getting in for some damage with the add up this turn, though. So let's get in for... Can't pay just yet. Got those Goblin Lures on paper for 50 cents. Feels good. Nice! Yeah, they've jumped up considerably, haven't they? Oh, goodness. We're going to say no for now. Might next turn if we get another adept high enough. Let's just get in for 8 here on turn 4. Goblin Lure is $13 in paper. That's crazy. I mean, I'm sure it's probably going to go down a little bit, but that's crazy. Where you discarded the exact 3 cards you drew with Inquiry. Yeah, it is weird, Josh. Might be an MTGO thing, maybe. I do know that this deck is probably going to be performing better for you if you're playing in paper, but on MTGO, this deck is hilarious. It either works like amazingly well or it doesn't work at all. So, yeah, we did discard a Brutality. We had Brutality in hand, so that's true. That got rid of it as well. So, Hollow One, Street Wraith, and Brutality were the 3 cards it discarded. So I guess it's all right. Bye, Kieran. Waiting on our opponent here. Have a second mountain here. They pass turns. Go for a... I would say Blood Crypt into Goblin Lore, or Goblin Lore. Let's go Goblin Lore here. They may kill the Adept here. That's probably going to be the kill for our opponent. Tried putting together offensive tribal yesterday during the KPS stream. Anyone got some suggestions? Nice. Skullcrack, okay. Just gonna deal 3. Oh, hey Wallace. If you go, nope, don't run away from me. If you guys don't know, this is our other cat. He's very, very finicky. It's Wallace. Wallace. Oh, we got Street Wraiths here. Okay, let's see. He's at 12. We could do 2 more, 6, 7, 8. How many Phoenixes do we have in the graveyard here? We have 1, 2, 9, 10, 11, 12. That should be lethal, actually. Actually, it wouldn't be lethal because we need a red mana. And we tap this one right here. So close. So close, guys. We're so close to lethal right here. If we get into, let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can do 10 damage on this turn right now, putting our opponent down to 2, but that puts us down to 1. And of course that would kill us if they have a burn spell in hand, which I assume they would. So if we get into... I'm trying to think if there's anything else we could do here. I think we just go for a simple attack here and hope they don't have a second kill spell in hand to kill us this turn. It's going to be really close, though. Waiting on opponent here. We're going to reanimate a Flameweight Phoenix thanks to the Flameblade Adept here. bring one of those back tapped and attacking in. So that's 8 points of damage. Say yes. Can't do it to the second one, of course. And then get in for 8, drop our opponent down to 4, and then hope he doesn't have 2 kill spells next turn. If he does, we're dead. If he doesn't, we actually might survive this and win this. Let's see what happens. Not winning with Hollow One this turn, though. But yeah, having our Hollow Ones being discarded the past 2 turns was kind of sad, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, getting in for 8 here. Opponent down to 4. Main phase 1 for our opponent. 6 cards in hand. Do you have 2 burn spells? I'm assuming you do. I'm gonna pass this. Let's see. Yeah. Heart of the cards, believe. Okay, here's Hellspark Elemental. Alright, so we don't have a card to shut down Hellspark Elemental this turn. So if they have a Lightning Strike and Elemental, then they win. Yeah, he needed to hit land drops earlier, but I do think that hitting his mountain this turn is probably going to mean that we're dead. Probably has a bolt in hand. So getting in for 3 here, and then bolting us. And that's going to be game. By the way, guys, let me know if the music is too loud today. The OBS client updated and it's like, yeah, there it is. Shard Volley. Let's go to sideboard here. Okay. Brutality can come in here as a good way to deal with the instant sorcery cards in their hand. There's really nothing else here that I want to worry about. Tassiger can come out. Really not that worried about Tassiger that much. We have no life gain in the sideboard here. Music's good? Yeah. Gotcha, Zaka. Gotta get those blood moons in. Thanks, Sydney. Yeah, I think we're actually fine with what we have here. We're taking out Tassiger. Really nothing else we could do. This is just a straight up burn deck, so I really don't think that bringing anything in extra is really going to help here. Tassiger's butt seems good in this match. That's true, but the Angler here is a 5/5 as well. I mean, it is 1 mana cheaper, so I guess we could bring in that over an Angler. Just wanted to bring in another Collective Brutality because we can pick instant sorcery cards from their hand and discard them, which is decent. Fatal Push for those elementals. You don't hear any music. And Swifties. Yeah, we could bring those in over that. I think that's fine. Probably want to take 1 Bloodghast and maybe 1 Angler out. Just sort this real quick if you want to do that. Yeah, Brutality can also gain life too, which is decent. Let's do that. We took out a Bloodghast because the double black if we need to hard cast it. I think that's fine. I want to keep the Street Wraiths for the those great Street Wraith into Street Wraith cycles. So I think we're good here. Let's go for it. What's up, Tart? Yeah, Street Wraith is not great against burn, but it is, you know, good in our particular deck. See, you go first. Really nothing we can do, though, about it. Let's go for Bolt, Adept, Phoenix. You know, I'm almost kind of tempted to keep this because of the way that this hand is kind of rearranged. Turn 1, go into an Adept. Turn 2, go into Bloodstained Mire into a Swamp. Turn 3, go into Wooded Foothills. We can try for a keep here because we are having, you know, quite a bit of burn here. We don't have a Flame Bellet Adept like trigger that much. This really isn't what the deck is meant to do, but it is kind of like a weird subsection of the deck. So let's just go for a Mountain here. And then go for an Adept. This stream is my new lunch routine. Thanks for making lunch great. No problem, Ryan. Hope you enjoy your sandwich you're eating, or whatever you're eating, you know. Let's hit 6 for opponent here. 3 lands, a good on curved card. Seems alright. It's going to play like a burn deck for a turn of 3, but that's fine. That's true. Spark Elemental, he'll bring a 3-1. Again, we could block this and sacrifice our adept, but we don't want to. We're just going to come in and hit us for 3 and die. And that's fine. Again, I feel like burn deck is always going to be a hard play up against any deck, including our deck. But I do think we have an upper hand with how our deck's kind of laid out. Another Blood Crypt here. Lots of lands coming in. Let's go Blood Crypt and say no. Get in for 1 point of damage. Also making the sandwich. Nice. I put a poll on Twitter like a couple days ago. My fiance Jess hates this, but I put ketchup on tuna. Is that a thing? Like, is that normal for people, or is that just like a weird like me thing? Perfect. A deck name that represents my emotional state of being. Aw, Andrew, come on, man. Bye, Mr. Potato. All right, going for a Searing Blaze on the Adept here. That's fine. Oh God, no. I saw that and almost vomited. Unsubscribe? Really? Oh my gosh. Can confirm is weird. Okay, I got you. Pepper sauce, maybe? Yeah, like buffalo sauce, maybe? I'm weird. No, you ruined the tuna. Gotcha. I used to work, so when I was, a couple years ago, I used to work at Subway, and I actually would make a tuna sandwich, like a flatbread, and then put like buffalo sauce and mustard in it. So, just, I know I'm weird. Here's another adept here for us. Let's go with the Bloodstained Mire here and just find a mountain. Ketchup on fish sticks is one thing, but tuna? Nah, son. What's up, Malenko? Well, I hate tuna and ketchup, so that just sounds like the worst thing ever. I'm sorry, Yugi. Let's go for a mountain here. I do think the Phoenix is probably the better play here. Playing Modern Gibbage, we're playing some red-black Hollow One. I put corn in my tuna in addition to onion, lettuce, tomato, and serrano chilies. Then mayo, mustard, pistachio. That actually sounds very good, honestly. Good old chicken of the sea. Actually telling us tuna is okay on pizza. No, not okay on pizza. I think tuna is good by itself, obviously. I mean, I love sushi and stuff, but I don't know. For whatever reason, whenever I have a sandwich and it's a tuna sandwich, I get ketchup on the side. Would have gone Adept. Well, the reason I didn't want to go Adept is because I felt like a Searing Blaze was coming again. There's a Spark Elemental. And with the Flame Wake, they can come back. So, eat tuna on stream. Maybe for the 10,000. When we hit 10,000, I'll just do a stream of just me eating tuna. How's that? It's like Rudy eating a taco, the entire stream for a preview card. You like tuna pizza? Is that a real thing? I thought you guys were joking. Tuna on pizza is delicious. I've never had tuna on pizza. That sounds terrifying. Alright, we're down to 7 here, so let's see what we can do. We have 2 bolts. Here's a Flameblade Adept. Let's go for Wooded Foothills here. Pass turn. Too much tuna. It's a thing in the UK. Oh, gotcha. Cool. That's interesting. Anchovies on pizza? Oh, I can't stand anchovies. No, thank you. All right, we're untapped here. We have lightning bolts up if we need to shock a Spark Elemental or something like that. 3 cards in our opponent's hand. They have 4 lands, so they're getting into, I would say, too many lands for a burn deck. It is turn 4 here. Let's see what we can do. Would love to get into some discard or draw or something. Assume maybe another burn spell for the Adepts here. Magma Jet directly, okay. Down to 5, do you have 2 bolts in hand? Do you have the kill? Again, with a burn deck, it's really hard to kind of surmise how many turns you have before a burn deck just goes off. So they might have the kill here. We haven't drawn into a Collective Brutality either. Okay, bolt to the face, down to 2. And do you have a Spark Elemental coming in? Or another bolt to the face? Shard Volley. Gotcha. Yeah, nothing I can do about that. Alright. JJ. Let's go to Game 2 here. Let me update the listing here. We've lost the first. We won the first game technically. But the opponent scooped right after we won on the first match. So play first? Yes. Yeah, when an opponent plays slow like that, it's really annoying. So we have Street Wraith and 2 Anglers with lots of land here. Probably going to mulligan this, honestly. I think 2 Crypts and 2 Cliffs is a Cliff, Mire, and 2 Crypts. Street Wraith can help here, but there's this as well. So I'm gonna say mulligan on this. This is a lot better for us. I'm just gonna keep this. Gotta watch out for that black or white counter burn spell. Hollow one on top, sure. No problem. Let's see here. Gonna go for a Cliff and go for a Flame Blade Adept. Pass turn. Next turn, draw into a Hollow one. And then we'll have a Blood Crypt coming in tapped or untapped if you want to play Bloodghast, depending on what our opponent's doing here. Ooh, red-black as well, going for a Stomping Ground. Is this the mirror match? Faithless Looting. Yeah, I think this is a mirror match here. Alright. Got rid of Bloodghast and, what is this? Ooh, Stinkweed Imp. Interesting. Dredge. So let's go for a Blood Crypt here. Let's say yes. Let's go for a Street Wraith Cycle. Okay. Let's go Blood Crypt here, or Bloodghast. And just get in for 2. How does tuna pizza compare to sardine pizza? That's what I want to know. River, you're asking the right questions, I'll tell you what. Is it Stinky Weed? Is that what it's called? Did I mispronounce it? Stinkweed, not stink. It's Stinkweed. Bring back Bloodghast. Alright. I pronounced it right? Okay, gotcha. He just said Stinky Weed, and I was like, no. Yeah, just a Dredge deck here. Opponent's playing Dredge here. Confligate. Prized Amalgam. We'll see what we can do. Collective Brutality on the Flame Blade Adept. Both at 14 thanks to that. Opponent passing turn here. Yep, there's 2 Prized Amalgam. Phoenix for us. Nothing we can really do this turn. Again, keep in mind this is modern, so it's going to be one of those things where we either win really quickly or we just don't win at all. So today you're using the cheesy deck. Absolutely. I love me some cheese. I love me some random RNG. Because that's what, you know, That's what Magic's all about. Love the Bedlam Reveler deck. Yeah, that was fun too. What was it? Jerry Thompson's Mardu Pyromancer deck was awesome to see. I just wish it didn't go up against Lantern Control in the finals. That was really sad. Are we playing Vintage? No, this is Modern. We're playing some Modern. Opponent getting in for 369. 10, 11 points of damage. We'll want to block the Bloodghast here. Let's see if they have a land drop for the turn. Oh, thanks, buddy. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it, man. Tell your friends. Like the video, of course. Share it around. We have fun here on the channel. Most of the time, or the last 2 weeks, we've done Standard. And most of the time, our regular stuff, Live from the Loam here, has been doing kind of like different formats all throughout the week. So usually Monday is Modern Monday. Tuesday is Standard or some other kind of format. And then Wednesday we'll do a draft. Thursday we'll do Commander or something else like that. And then Friday is Fan Friday. You can always submit a deck. Any Facebook link in the description, or just tweet them at me on Twitter. Yeah, we're dead this next turn. Oh, man. Let's go to sideboard here. So we have Leyline of the Void. That's a great card to bring in against this particular deck. Push would be okay, but not as good as I want it to be. Big Game Hunter could also be decent here. I do think taking out Tasigur is probably a good idea. Let's sort this really quickly. Blood Moon could be a good card against our opponent here. Let's take out these anglers real quick. We have fun on the channel unless we're playing against Approach 4 times in a row. Then we were just sad and miserable and talk off topic stuff on stream. Zaka, that's true. Oh man. Let's see here. Trying to think if we want to bring anything else from here. I don't think Blood Moon is very advantageous to our situation. I think Leyline is fantastic for us against this particular matchup. I feel like Push would be great, but it's just those amalgams are what's a hard to deal with card. Let's see. Fiery Temper not good enough for this deck. It's alright. I just think you'd rather have a Bolt instead of a Fiery Temper in this particular deck. Let's take out one Adept. I think we'll be fine. If you play Lantern, Daniel, I'm just gonna scoop. I don't know. Playing Lantern is never fun. Play first, yes. Let's see what opening hand has for us. 2 lands, Leyline of the Void, and Leyline of the Void are in hand, so we're definitely gonna keep this in our hand. Having a Street Wraith also helps us kind of curve through this hand as well. Alright, opponent mulligan is 6 there. I'm assuming we both sideboarded in Leyline of the Void because we both have things to deal with like that. But Leyline is going to be for me. So both of them out, sure, why not? Oop, we should do stuff on main phase 2 here. Let's go for a Bloodstained Mire. Sack that, go for probably a Blood Crypt here. Say no. Let's hold Street Wraith for a turn. Pass. Return of FNM promos. I know, they just announced that today. That's awesome. I'm so glad they reversed their decision on that. It's a good idea. I mean, honestly. Just making full tokens just doesn't make sense. Because not everybody uses, tokens. Some people use Pokemon cards, for their tokens. Faithless Looting here. Having 2 voids here is pretty ridiculous. Honestly. Alright, because I do have green here to be able to get rid of a void. See, 5 cards from our opponent's hand. Let's go for a Street Wraith cycle to try and get into something. Here's Goblin Lore. Let's go for that. So this is free now. And we pass turn. Nice. We had 6 for our opponent here. We have a 4/4 on turn 2. Bloodstained Mire. Elijah, I have a buddy who has been on this deck about a month. Nice! Yeah, full of tokens. It's very explosive, and also can be quite terrible. There's an Ancient Grudge there from our opponent. Another Goblin Lore for us. Let's go with a Faithless Looting first before Goblin Lore. This is a little bit more control for us. I do think probably getting rid of a Bloodghast is fine because we are about to play a creature or a land. Let's get rid of Bloodghast and get rid of probably Big Game Hunter, honestly. Or Goblin Lore. Maybe even Street Wraith. Let's get rid of Street Wraith here. I think that's actually fine. Alright, let's play out a land here. Bring back Bloodghast. Say yes. And we'll probably use Goblin Lore next turn. Let's pass here. I wonder if Land Destruction Pauper deck could be a thing. Zaka, that'd be awesome. I would love to do a to figure that out for Pauper deck tech. Give me some time with that, Zaka. That's a good idea. There is a lot of common land destruction. Let's see here. Ooh, Golgari Thug. Okay, it's a 1/1. Dies per target creature. Creeper top of its library. That's fine. It's just a 1/1 that does nothing because they don't have a graveyard. Okay, we're going to go for a Goblin Lore here and likely discard Big Game Hunter. Yes. Yes. Let's do this. Kill the creature. It's 4 or greater, right? I can't kill the creature, so it's just going to be able to block. Faithless Looting in our graveyard here. And another Bloodghast. So if we draw into a land here, we should be fine. Let's go for an attack here. Problem is most Pauper meta decks only need like 3 lands to function. Is that true? We'll definitely look into Modern more in the future. Let's see your opponent 5 cards in hand, tapping 2. Block the Bloodghast here. Do we have Cathartic Reunion? Okay. Of course, everything that goes to the graveyard gets exiled, so they're losing a lot of things. They're going for another land here. Hit 6 for opponent. Nice, got a Stomping Ground. Let's say, yes. Bring back both Bloodghasts. No problem. Let's go with a Bolt. And then just a Phoenix here. And get in for 3. What happened in game 1? We lose? Yes, we lost. Opponent got out 3 Amalgams and then 2 Bloodghasts and then just kind of just demolished us. We didn't have a proper hand to maximize what we're trying to do. Leyline of the Void there helped us a ton. They had too much graveyard recursion, so that's why Leyline of the Void is in the deck now. I think we're fine as far as the cards we have in the main board here. I do think Push might be a good card to bring in. However, I don't know if we want to bring... Maybe take out a Street Wraith and bring in a Push. Let's see. Maybe take out a Big Game Hunter and bring in a Push instead. Hit Submit. One of my favorite format to play, probably Limited. I love Limited. I love me some Standard when it's fun. That is hard to quantify. I do like Modern a lot. I do think Modern online is a bit more competitive than like Modern, like just regular people play on at an FNM. So there is that kind of like disconnect from Modern. I will say my least favorite format to play though is probably like Vintage or Legacy, just because of just the amount of knowledge you have to going into those formats. it can make trying to build the deck around that really difficult. Alright, game 3 here. Let me update our listings here. We're in game 3. I keep forgetting to update our graphics. Opening hand, 2 lands, got a Burning Inquiry, Big Game Hunter, Phoenix, and Goblin Lore. This is fine for me, I think. Being on the draw as well. How much are Bloodghast running in paper? I'm in a standard player, but I'm getting back into modern. Bloodghasts are fairly expensive. I want to say in paper they're like, for a full playset, it's like $50 or something like that. 40 or 50. Bantron. Faithless Looting from our opponent here. Life from the Loom. Alright, let's go for a Street Wraith. Nice. Let's go for a Blood Crypt here. That's fine. Let's go Burning Inquiry. See what happens. Got into a Void there. Get rid of Bloodghast, Goblin Lore, Scalding Tarn. Not bad, not bad. Let's go with a Street Wraith Cycle here. Another Burning Inquiry. I got a Faithless Looting as well. We're going to hit OK. So Faithless Looting does mean we can discard a Big Game Hunter in case we need to get rid of a large creature. Let's see what happens. Alright, Coppertone Gorge. Copperline Gorge, not Coppertone. Why did I say Coppertone? Jeez. Isn't that like suntan lotion? Bloodghast is, yeah, 10.43 USD market price. Yeah, it's very expensive. It's in a bunch of different decks right now, that's why. Insolent Neonate. Discarding to draw a card, sacking it. 2 cards in my opponent's hand. I think Burning Inquiry really did hurt them there. Alright. The random component of Burning Inquiry is ridiculous. We probably just want to say no for now. Say yes. Deciding whether or not to go Faithless Looting first or Burning Inquiry instead. This deck is all about risk it to get the biscuit. Absolutely. Let's go another Burning Inquiry here. Going up against an opponent right like this is going to be very difficult. So it's really hard. So Faithless Looting, push, and black. Okay. Cliffs. We got 2 pushes here. Okay. Narcomoebia is coming in, as well as Prized Amalgam. So this is probably going to be it for us as far as being able to hold back our opponent. And that is the risk we run into whenever we go for a Burning Inquiry against another deck that has lots of graveyard incursion. We could have mulliganed there for a Void in our opening hand. That probably would have helped us win this match. Definitely going to go for some pushes on the creatures here. Do you think if MTG is still around 5 to 10 years, you think iconic cards would skyrocket because mostly no one wants the set? Not sure. Would have to. It'd be hard to kind of predict that. Opponent getting in for 7 here. Can somebody tell me how the app where he plays is called? Oh, it's Magic the Gathering Online, Black Squad, and it's $10 for it. This is Magic the Gathering Online, and it's $10. They give you some free cards to start with, but after that you basically want to either draft, which is what I would recommend, or if you want to make a deck list before you go to a tournament or an FNM, you can make a deck list online, on Magic Online, through MTGO Traders or some other site, and then try out some matches. Going to yield to our opponent here. Yeah, they're going to go off real quick. They have haste here, getting in for... No, it's past combat here. Am I excited for Dominaria? Absolutely. I am super excited. Okay, let's go Wooded Foothills here. Go for a mountain. $10 plus open end. How much we want to spend on actual play with? Exactly, Zaka. I'm definitely working on a video to do that, to talk about that in the future. Let's go Faithless Looting here. Let's see what we get into here. Collective Brutality, Goblin Lore. Let's get rid of the Flame Lake Phoenix. and probably Goblin Lore. No, probably Collective Brutality here. Let's see, we can't block here. So let's go into attacks first. Is draft $10 or 15 online? It's 12 tickets, I think, Matthew. And of course, if you start winning a lot of drafts, you actually get player points or play points, which can actually mean that you get drafts like your follow-up draft for free if you have enough play points. Okay, no blocks there from our opponent. We're at 8. Can we kill enough creatures? Or do we want to go Goblin Lore? Let's just pray with Goblin Lore and see if we get any hollow ones. Well, we got one. But that won't be enough. Yeah, it's going to be a game. Concede. Got close there. Let's get into our third match here. Again, this is a risk it to get the biscuit type of deck. So it's either going to be amazing or be terrible. And it's one of those where it's like, it really depends on the person. Let's see here. 3 lands, Angler, Wraith, Lore, Phoenix. This is probably okay. Let's go with it. Black Squad, X-Mage is okay. I've played X-Mage a little bit. My problem with it is that the user interface to me is a little too confusing. Yeah, and that's coming from somebody who plays Magic Online a lot. Also, I would say it's kind of buggy, but it's totally up to you. Yeah, MTG Arena is in not open beta, is in beta right now. However, MTG Arena does not allow for like trading or anything like that, or buying of cards. They have a wild card system, so it's not very similar to, or it's similar to Hearthstone, but not like the same. I don't know. I would definitely look those up. It's very hard to explain on the fly. Let's just go for a Bloodstained Mire here. Let's grab a Blood Crypt. Say no. Let's cycle the Street Wraith. Got into a Bolt, no problem. Okay. X-Men just totally playable. You should give it a try. I mean, if you want to. Every time I've played it, Zaka, it's crashed on me. So, and that's me playing on different computers multiple times. Looking forward to Arena to get a quick MTG fix. Gotcha. Let's see. Opponent's turn here. 8 cards in hand. If you want to play, you gotta pay. I mean, sort of, in a way. MTG Arena will kill X-Mage for sure, though. You think, Max? I mean, again, Arena, you can't really like build your own deck like you can in MTGO right now. Where MTGO, you can like just buy your deck and then do some testing and tournament grinding there. Arena's a bit different. It's more like Duel of the Planeswalkers, where you just you kind of get like a set number of cards and then build from there. Yeah, Arena hasn't been. They've said they want to go to like mobile and to tablets, but they haven't like shown any apps for that just yet. So I'm gonna hold my breath on that situation. Let's see. Let's just go for a Scalding Tarn here. Pinging ourselves with a blue mana possible mill deck is going to be painful. Let's go for a Mountain. 3 cards in our graveyard right now. Let's go Goblin Lore. You like how Goblin Lore is skyrocketing? I feel like it's probably going to bottom out. Say nope. Pass turn. Arena is made in Unity and that's portable to tablets and phones, both Android and... Yeah, I know it is Gibbage. I'm just saying that I'm not sure how much I trust as far as WotC on how quickly they'll be able to get that together. Let's go for Blood Crypt here. Say yes. I do like a Bloodghast here. Let's see if this hits the yard. Opponent might be a control deck here. Alright, sweet. Think twice. Okay. When I play Angler, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could have played it. Gonna hold off for a turn though. I was expecting the card to be played to get countered. That's why, because of the Stubborn Denial on turn 1. Let's go with Cliffs here. All right, now let's try for Angler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It does hit, alright. Let's get in for 2. Okay. Holding up a Lightning Bolt for next turn. Alright, opt here. Are you able to play MTGO by only paying the $10? Yeah, there's no like monthly fee or anything else like that. It's just the $10 for your just account, and then after that, if you want to pay for tickets for other stuff or buy like decks, Vapor Snack, okay. Ouchies. Then you can. Alrighty, 7 cards in hand, 2 mana available. Again, Angler in hand, not great. Let's go for Wooded Foothills sack here. Let's grab a mountain. Oh, come on. My cat is on top of my mouse right now. Let's go for a mountain. Go for a Phoenix. Get in for 4. What's up, Kieran? Let's feed our graveyard real quick. Whoops, with a bolt. Alright. 8 cards in hand. Magic isn't a cheap hobby. I mean, it can be. I mean, if you want to play Pauper or something like that. After watching people play on YouTube for so long, I finally got Moto on Friday. Would love to see how-to video from you. Dalton, I'm for sure working on that, and we'll have those out as soon as I can. I know Tolarian Community did a video we sponsored for those, or for Magic Online, but it is a bit dated, I feel like, so we probably want to go over that a little bit better, as far as like what these mean, these little ticks right here mean, you know, that kind of stuff on the board. Okay. My opponent said, yep, no mana. Yeah, they didn't get into any mana that game. Let's go into game 3 here. Leyline can probably come in because we're seeing some flashback cards. Let's take out an Angler here. Bloodmoon could be in here to shut down their non-basics, but we just saw basics that entire game. Not entirely sure what they're playing because of how little information they gave us. Whoop, let's go for a let's go for a nah. Let's get rid of a Bloodghast here. Okay, sort this real quick. I think we're good here, actually. Let's go for a game 2 and see what happens. Again, this is one of the primary problems with Modern is it's hard to tell exactly what you're up against. Looks like Blue-Black Delver, Kiln Fiend, or Pyromancers. Maybe Dalton. We'll see what happens. Opening hand has Leyline of the Void, so we're going to keep this. Also have Hollow One and Street Wraith. Passing turn for opponents since they're on the play. Tap land. Sulfur. Bolt in hand. Let's go for a mountain. Let's go Burning Inquiry here. Got rid of Bloodghast, Faithless Looting, Wooded Foothills, and of course Burning Inquiry. Let's go for a turn 1 hollow one. And ooh, let's do it for Street Wraith, see if we get another hollow. We didn't. Okay. Would have loved to get into another hollow one there. That's at 6 for opponent. So turn 1 play is pretty ridiculous. I think it's probably Storm. It might be Storm. We'll see what happens. Flameweight Phoenix here. Let's see. Inquiry, looting. Might have been better to go with the Wooded Foothills to grab a Blood Crib for that black mana. But not having another mana here is going to be pretty hard to deal with. Let's see what we can do now. Get in for 4, and then go for a Bolt to the face. So we are tapped down. This might get Stubborn Denial. We'll see. Nope, it doesn't. Okay, good. Opponent does have 2 mana here, so they do have a way to deal with the hollow one if they have any artifact removal. Vapor Snack, that's fine. Okay. Save their Bolt for the Electromancer and Baral. Too late, Josh. Too late. There was a Delver Milled with some Thought Scour game 1. Okay, gotcha. Didn't notice that. There's another Spreading Seas. Ouch. That's going to hurt us there. Let's see if this is going to be a land. Would love it for it to be. Come on, land. Goblin Lore. Okay. Nothing we can do here. So we're just going to pass turn. It's 6 for opponent. Still should have saved Bolt. It's true, it's true. Couldn't kill the Drake, though, with the Bolt. Stomping Ground, there we go. Let's say yes. Yes. No problem, we're going to go Goblin Lore here. See if we can keep a hollow one in hand. Ooh, they're going to counter it. Yeah, they're going to counter it with a Stubborn Denial. Say no. Enigma Drake. Is this a standard deck? Nah, I mean, you know, Enigma Drake can be in a modern deck. This is probably some, like, personal brew. Drake is cool. Come on. Come on. Although I probably would have used the 0-3. Oh, it's another Spreading Seas. Opponent playing that lockdown strategy. Got into another hollow one here. Pass turn. Could get in for 2, I guess. Let's see if they want to burn a spell. They don't have a graveyard, so I think this is going to be a 0-4 forever. In fact, every standard deck can be a modern deck, Terran. That's true, Zaka. You're right. Oh, that's right. We can sack a hollow one. Yeah, Max. I understood what you said. Moving a cat out of the way. Yeah, we'll do that this turn on their end step. I think it's a good idea. Oh, man. It was kind of a good idea back when Khans was in Standard because you had so many good red cards. Like Zergo Bell Striker, Monastery Swift Spear. I think Bolt was even in. Not Bolt, but Strike. Magma Spray, I think, was in there. Let's go for a cycle here. Come on, there's a land. Yeah. Nice. Let's go for a Bloodstained Mire here. Gonna go for a Blood Crypt. Say yes. Could go for Tassiger here if we wanted to. Collect Brutality is also a good move. They have so much open mana, though. Makes me nervous. Could also go Faithless Looting here. The problem with Faithless Looting, though, is we can only do that one time and then hope to get into a Street Wraith. Angrily looks like Coco. Oh, man. Tassiger? Let's go Tassiger then. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's go Tassiger. If we can get it. Let's see if this gets countered. We still have Hollow One as well to cycle if we need it. Okay, so Tasker does hit. We're going to just pass turn here because they're going to block again. Magma Jet was in standard then. Gotcha. Not Magma Spray. Another Vapor Snag. Oh my gosh, this opponent. You were playing some serious keep away. 4 cards in opponent's hand. 5 mana. Could have gone for Eclipse Brutality there. Thought Scour. Okay, so this is Delver. But of course they have Exiles here, so they can't do anything. Another Spreading Seas? Are you serious? Alright, alright, alright. Okay. Let's cycle the Hollow One here, because we need to. Hitting another Hollow One is okay. Got into an Angler. Let's cycle this Hollow One because we need land like a crazy person. Nope. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just pass on the turn. I don't think I've ever seen T ever get salty. Yeah, Gibbet, that's why I don't play Modern that much, because I feel like this is dumb. There's a lot of keep away decks in Modern that just make the game not very interactive and not very fun. And obviously we're playing one of those decks, but it's a randomized deck. You know, it's a deck that's about RNG. So here's a Delver, and then they're going to start pinging us for 1 point of damage as soon as it flips. Bye, Mr. Potato. Come on, land. Give me a land. There's a land. Thank you. Thank you so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go for an Angler here or go for a Tassiger. Again, they have so much mana up. It's just insane. All right, let's see here. We go for a Tasker again if we can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try Tasker one more time. And then we're going to pass turn. If you Spreading Seas one more time, I might just quit. I'm just kidding. I'm fun. Oh, man. If you guys haven't liked the video already, just give me a like. Help me with that confidence boost, you know, because... Halsey, what do you think about non-token promos? Awesome. Like regular card promos like they had like before? Good idea. Wish they had thought of that earlier, you know? 4 cards here. Alright, got into an Arid Mesa. There we go, there we go. Let's go for a sack here on Arid Mesa. Just grab a mountain. Alright, we're back to like somewhat okay. Let's go Faithless Looting here. Actually, let's see cancel real quick. Let's send me the Hollow Ones. We have 3 Hollow Ones in the graveyard right now. Let's go Faithless Looting here. Probably discarding a Flamewake Phoenix and a Bloodghast. Ooh, okay. Yes. You gonna try and do another Stubborn Denial? Okay. Sweet, we got another land there. Let's go to Flamewake Phoenix and a Bloodghast. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we're going to go for attacks here. Animate the Phoenix. Let's see if they have a kill spell. They do not have a kill spell for the Tassiger, so that's good for us. We're at 8, so I think it's okay to attack in here. It is an 0-4 that we have to attack out every turn with a 2-2, so they're just probably going to block the 2-2. But the 4-5 hitting in, that's going to be pretty substantial. Modern is really, really competitive. I don't love that there are so many decks that can win so quickly or just completely lock you out of the game. Not my cup of tea, but I see why some people like it. I think, to me, there's like 3 echelons. You know, just like how there's like a Timmy, a Jimmy, and like a Spike. I think there's 3 different echelons for a modern player in general. Oh, we get a flip here. Thought Scour from our opponent. So this does mean it's a 3-2 coming in. We can't block it because of the our flyer being able to have to attack every turn. So I do think that... Oh, let's see. We can do a Collective Brutality on it, which does mean that we can kill it. Sorry, getting caught up in the game real quick. But I think that there's like the Pro Tour level modern, obviously, when those are the decks that are like not very interactive, lock you out of the game completely, that kind of stuff where it's just kind of just dumb and really annoying. Another Thought Scour to draw a card. But there's also like kitchen table decks, like some really fun elves. There's also really fun just like combo decks that are awesome. I feel like this is kind of one of these decks that kind of is a fun deck that kind of like reaches into the competitive. Let's go for a Cliffs here. Could have gone Burning Inquiry first, or Collective Brutality first. Say yes. That probably was the right play there, as far as Collective Brutality. Just gonna do -2 here to kill the flyer. Pay 3, sure. Whoops. The reason we want to do this is because I'm assuming they're going to have a secondary counterspell here. If they don't, we just get the kill, though. Yeah, Stubborn Denial. That's fine. Alright, we still get in for, let's see, block here, 2, 4, 9. We still get in for 8 here, so we drop them down to 1. Now, what we could have done there, we could have done a Collective Brutality, discarded a Bloodghast, then play the land, and we would have won this turn. So that is a problem. Burn his interaction, not take. Oh, man. Yeah, blocking the 4 or 5 here, so they are going to kill their creature this way, and only takes 6. So either way, if we had got the Bloodghast out that turn, we would have got them to 1. Watch out for Fling. There's a strike. There's a bolt, actually. Yeah, that's game. Let's go to concede here. Game 3. Alright. I think this is a good place to be. I think push is also going to be brought in here. Let's take out... Let's bring in a Bloodcast again. Let's take out 1 Goblin Lore. Let's take out 1 Angler. Take out a Wraith. I think we're probably good there. They had a bunch of non-basic lands, though, and they needed the blue. So we could bring in Blood Moon if you want to lock them out of blue. Unless you get into a actual blue. You can activate Tasker because of Spreading Seas. That's true, Max. Very true. We could do that. Let's see. I think we're fine as far as what we have in our hand right now. Getting into another ley line, opening hand is going to be great for the Drake there. If we get into it. Would love to, honestly. Let's see. Trying to think though if Blood Moon is worth it to bring in here. We could take out the Collective Brutalities and bring in the Blood Moon. Would be locked out of Fatal Push and Tasker with Angler. Could bring in Lavamancer over the Brutality and a Angler. Maybe. Just trying to think whether or not it's worth it to bring that in against a control deck. I do think it's worth it because it does make sure our opponent is on the back foot the entire game, and they have no way to interact with since they are blue-green or blue-green, blue-red. Let's take out a Collective Brutality here. Bring in the Moon. Lava Mancer could be good, pretty good here. Let's take these out. And then just see what we can do with this lineup. Again, I like experimenting with these modern matches because it's fun. We got Leyline in our opening hand again. We're going to keep it. Nice. Yeah, play that out. Okay. Yeah, Moon's hit us too. That's true. But we really only need like 1 or 2 lands, so we should be fine. Let's go with the... These are all shock lands. Let's go with the cliff here. Pass turn. Let's go with the swamp here and go with a Bloodghast. Remember the timestamps with Spreading Seas and Blood Moon. If they see you first, your lands turn into mountains after you play Moon. Gotcha. Going for an opt there. And we pass in turn. Getting into a lot of mana here isn't great for us, but we are against a Delver control deck, so we should be fine. Let's see what happens. Goblin Lore here for us. Let's go for a mountain play and go Goblin Lore. This might get countered, but we do have 1 mana up for a Stubborn Denial. Let's see if a Mana Leak hits it. Getting some hollow ones. Yes. Nice. Let's go Adept here. And get in for 2. Get rid of a Bolt and a Street right there. This is the deck that pays off. Getting in for 2, dropping our opponent down to 18, and passing turn. Unless they want to kill the Bloodghast with a Magma Jet or something? Magma Spray? Nope, okay. I was thinking that for a minute. Ooh, Vapor Snag on the hollow one. That Vapor Snag is so ridiculous. And they bolted the Adept. Seems like desperation to me. Let's see, 5 cards in hand. Burning Inquiry is a card here. Come on, Hollow One, stay in our hand. You know you want to. Oh, they're going to go Stubborn Denial. Okay. That does weaken their hand overall, too. Snapcaster is a nothing card. Sure. We got rid of a Hollow One there. Another Burning Inquiry as well. Let's go for a Mountain here. Just get in for attacks. They're going to trade that. We have land here for another Bloodghast next turn. That is okay. Yeah, Leyline screws a bunch of stuff up they're trying to do here. Alright. Okay. Yeah, Wes, so there's so Wes is saying Modern will be overall cheaper, especially if you stay to one deck for a long term. But Standard, I feel, is more fun, and due to changes, it makes it a change game pretty often, which is nice, but more cost. I can agree with that in a way, Wes. I think a lot of people, though, in Modern don't like sitting on decks for more than like a year and a half. The meta changes, I would say, often enough. Let's go for a Bloodstained Mire here. That it is worth it to kind of experiment with a new Modern deck. Let's go with the Bloodstained Mire sack here to try and just get lands out of our deck. Say no, and we're going to pass turn. We have so many lands out of our deck ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think there's 18 in the deck right now. Maybe not even 18. I think it's like way lower than that, actually. I need to look at the deck list real quick. Alright, pull this up. Yeah, that's 18. Yeah, I was right. I was right. Tron forever. Until it gets banned, right? Kai, Sealed is my favorite, probably as well. It's always new, always fresh, always different. Let's go with the Scalding Tarn here. We're hurting ourselves more than our opponent is. Go for a Blood Crypt here. Say no. Get in for some attacks. They may go for a Mage here, Snapcaster. You got push in hand though. Alright. Standard is around 300. I mean, sometimes. I would say standard right now is at a kind of a mid to low as far as compared to most other formats. That's not formats, but most other times in standards history. Do you think they will unban Jace the Mind Sculptor? I didn't think they would until they actually showed it in the Masters 25 list, and that kind of makes me think that it'll be unbanned. How would you recommend getting my friends to play more limited with me? I mean, limited to me is the most... We keep getting into lands. The most fun as far as how Magic should be played. We don't have any lands anymore, right? Yeah, Wooded Foothills is the only land we have in the deck now. Bloodstained Mire as well. Yeah, these are all just lands, though. They're not... Okay. Alright, alright. We just wasted a life for that, but learning experience. I do think that Sealed is... I would kind of explain Sealed as like the board game theory. Like it's not so much as like, oh, we get to build a deck and we can play it forever and ever. It's a deck you play that night and you're done, you know? And it costs about as much as like, you know, going out and getting dinner for a night or something. Sealed is so fun. I like all Magic though. Got back into after 20 years away. Now I'm piecing together a good modern deck. Nice. Jace the Mind Sculptor's land control is in one card. You're not wrong. Let's go with that Bloodstained Mire here. Probably should have kept that in the hand if we wanted to. Let's go for a Flamewake Phoenix. This might get countered. Opponent probably has enough counterspells in hand right now. Let's see. No? Okay. Probably would have been a good idea to keep the Bloodstained Mire in our hand because of the Bloodghast triggers. So that is something that I should have done. Probably a self-inflicted punt there. Fairy Macabre might be good. Here's a Lightning Bolt to the Phoenix here. Goldfish tested unbanned blue-white control with Mind Sculptor versus everything unbanned Jund the other day. Control stomped Jund so hard that they both felt sorry and agreed that Jace needs to stay far away. That's funny. I don't know. I do think that he has a place in Modern. I just think that, you know, we need to have cards to deal with him. I hope they do not unban Jace. He is so hard to deal with at times. Yeah. It's just funny because, man, when like I basically came back into like I was in like Magic at the start of basically Kamigawa, and then like kind of fell out. Came back in around Mirrodin Besieged, and then got really big into it during World Wake. And that was when Cobblade was a big deal, and I was like, man, this is ridiculous, you know? Even then, I was like, this is kind of insane. Playing a Street Wraith here outright might actually be pretty fair. Let's go with a Street Wraith. Three, 4. Obviously, opponent may just have a mana leak. There it is. Say no. But opponent is at 10, so... We do have hasty Bloodghasts. Let's see if they want to kill the Bloodghast here. Looks like they want to. Vapor Snack. Gotcha. Pass turn. Yeah, Henry, I agree. We should have kept Bloodstained Mire in our hand for that Bloodghast trigger if they died. Like Bloodbraid F plus Deathrite Shaman couldn't even manage to get one Jace off the board. That's scary, Zaka. Very scary. Alright, opponent and I are both kind of dirtling right now, but let's see what's happening. Got a hollow one here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try for a Bloodghast first. Jesus, scared me. You scared me. What are you doing? What are you doing? Go away. Might start closing my door Getting in for 2. Jason Mind Sculptor Spooky Meta many formats, but it's pretty much meh in EDH. Alright, 3 cards in opponent's hand. Echoing Truth here to get rid of Leyline. That's fair. Okay, opponent has 3 cards in hand. They want a graveyard because of their Drakes, so... Opponent passing turn. So they're wanting to counter the Leyline here. Let's go for Wooded Foothills. Dang it! We should have done that. We should have done that! Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. I'd make the punt. Let's go for a hollow one here. Mana leak, no problem. Getting in for 2. Well, 2 points of damage every single turn. We're going to win against this control opponent. The kitty shall not be defied. It will return. Oh, I'm sure. He's right beside me. Wanting more attention. Three cards in opponent's hand here. Going for a Delver of Secrets. Let's see. Let's push that. We have no way of countering this, though, so if they have a counter, we will just be eating it. But I think they're going to probably let it die, because they want to get rid of Void instead. Let's see what happens, though. Opponent considering it. Ooh, they're letting it die, so Void is more important than their Delver there. Here's a Goblin Lore. Do we dare? Do we dare Goblin Lore? I think we're going to wait a turn. Let's get in for 2 here. Getting in for 2. Alright, opponent down to 4 here. If they don't kill the Bloodghast. Snapcaster Mage, I gotcha. Echoing Truth, okay, alright. 1 card in hand. What would they have? Mana Leak? Alright. Let's go Goblin Lore. Let's be wild. Oh, we kept it! We kept it! And we got our Bloodghast back. Nice. Alright. You have 1 card in hand. Is it a counter? Is it a counter? It probably is. It isn't! Oh, nice! Gibbage, we decided to do both. Oh, Echoing Truth. Okay, okay. That's fair. That's fair. How much has he punted with this deck so far? I would say just 1 time, Joey, just with the land drops here on this turn. Let's see. Darren's gone wild. Let's go Leyline here. Again, 1 card in hand. Let's get in for 2, if we can. Opponent might have had a Snapcaster there with a Mana Leak, but they didn't. We're going to ping them to death with 2/2s, or 2/1s. Hey, Taryn, just joined. How's the new deck going? Andres, it's all right. It's one of those decks where it's completely random, and you might win or you might lose depending on your first 2 turns. So. We are at the 5-minute warning right now. Playing a little slow. Well, we can go Blood Moon too, whatever. It's no big deal. Opponent's probably going to scoop with that, but let's just get in for 2 here. Actually, they do have a lot of basics here, so I think we'll be fine. You almost played the land. Maybe 0.5-second delay. I feel like opponent's going to lose this turn. They have 3 cards in hand. Let's see. Ooh, we got a bolt in hand too. Do we win this way? Or do we win through a bolt? Bolt. Is that it? Is that game? Guys, is that game? Oh, Echo! Spear Pierce. Spell Pierce. Okay, okay. Oh, they didn't have anything. We got it. We got it. Nice. Okay, let's get into another match here. Match 4. Oh, control is hard to deal with. Whoops. Let's host a match real quick. Thinking about getting back into standard and even made the tech. Is there a way I could submit it and maybe get some advice? Absolutely, man. We have a Facebook group in the link in the description if you guys want to join that. There's me on there as well as a bunch of other people. We just hit 500 members a couple days ago. So super happy about that. Well, we have a turn 1 hollow one here thanks to looting and the Street Wraith. We're going to keep this. The punt was I was playing a land whenever I shouldn't have. I should have kept lands in my hand for the Bloodghast because Bloodghast has landfall. If it goes to the graveyard, it can come back to the battlefield if we played a land that turn. And I kept playing the lands. So I did it one time and even talked about it, and then I did it again out of habit. So that was a mistake. All right, we have a mountain here. Let's go mountain. Gonna go for the cliffs next turn. Let's go looting. Draw, draw. Ooh, man, so much good stuff here. Let's get rid of Bloodghast and get rid of probably a Burning Inquiry. Yeah, actually get rid of looting here. Cycle a Street Wraith. You also moderately punted when you could have paid for a mana leak and didn't. Gotcha. If we were going to have the lands in play anyway, yeah. Alright, turn 1, hollow 1, and 2 Faithless Lootings in the graveyard, with a Faithless Looting in our hand as well. It's past turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can also go for Wooded Foothills next turn and actually get a Tassiger into play if we go and grab a cliff, or the black-red land. Can Shaper's Sanctuary fit into the Merfolk deck? In the modern one or the standard one? I think in standard it has a place, Henry, but not in modern. Probably not. Sacred Foundry here. Let's see what our draw is. Flame Wake Phoenix. Let's go Wooded Foothills here. Say yes to this. Just got into MTGO this weekend. Have seen your videos and thought of MTGO strategy when looking at the buy a deck play with. Super easy transaction. Thanks for the good content. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it, man. Let's get rid of a Wooded Foothills here. Let's grab a bolt to the Bloodghast. All right. Why would you do that, though? Ooh, that's a punt for our opponent here because we have another land entering the battlefield. So Bloodghast is going to come in again. And that was a wasted bolt. Let's get a Blood Crypt here. Say yes. And then Bloodghast triggers again. Weird. Very strange. So we could go with Tassiger this turn, or we could go Faithless Looting, discard a Flemic Phoenix, and something else, probably a land. Say yes. Let's go looting here. If we get into another hollow one, we actually discarding 2 cards makes it just 1 mana, so I'm not too against that either on turn 2. Not 2 lands here. Let's go for a Scalding Tarn and a Phoenix Sack. That seems pretty good. Actually, let's get rid of the Glyphs here. I'm okay with that since it is a tap land. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go Tassiger here. We have 10 damage on turn 2, by the way. Could have played into the Phoenix that turn, but I think playing on Tasker is a little bit better for the follow-up turn because Phoenix will always trigger on the 4/4s, so I think we're okay. Yeah, Josh, I saw that play, but I think going for a Tasker instead is a little bit better. Especially since we have another Faithless Looting in the graveyard. I think we'll be fine. Say nope. Let's get in for 4. This means that if our opponent has untapped Path to Exile or anything like that, they will have lots of targets to pick from, and not just 1 or 2. Or opponent will just scoop, you know, that too. That too. Let's see. I'm really kind of confused on what our opponent was playing there. We saw a strike. That was about it. Honestly, I don't know what to board out. Maybe bring in a Collective Brutality, thinking it's some sort of burn spell deck. I know it probably might be control, so we could bring in 2 ley lines. Every time I see blue, I think control. Might be, is it Pyromancer? Okay, so that does mean they have a lot of instant sorcery spells here. I'm not so sure about Graveyard Recursion. Okay. Let's bring in... I wanted to say we could bring in Push just in case it's Pyromancer. I do think that... yeah, they had White Mana Tim, so that could be a thing where they just have Path to Exile. Most of the decks that have white in them, it's like just a regular deck and then just Splash White for Path. That's kind of what I keep seeing with the modern decks. I do think taking out 1 Inquiry here and probably 1 Lore, maybe. Let's take out 1 Street Wraith. Let's hit submit. I don't know what we're playing up against, so I'm just going to play safe and kind of play with everything. With the ley lines. Yeah. Okay. What's up, sideboard? Leyline in an opening hand. We are lucky with that. 2 black lands as well, or, you know, dual lands. Or a fast land and a fetch land. We're going to keep this. Play out Leyline. Opponent mulligan to 6 there. We're going to play Leyline here. And hit 6 for opponent. Let's see if opponent has anything. Scalding Tarn, sack. People here thought that Bannings would change the meta. Yeah. Are you talking about standard Vidaris? Is it Vidaris or Vardaris? Vardaris is probably the run correctly. What's up, Pablo? Burning Inquiry here. Let's go for a Cliff. I do like Faithless Looting here. Kind of to an Angler. Let's go for Leyline and Bloodghast. And then pass turn. Just doing some light setup here. Playing out the Mire brings back Bloodghast for us, which is great. And then playing into Adept next turn would be fine. Also feeds our graveyard for the Delve creatures like Angler. Yeah, this looks like a control deck here. Hollowed Fountain does feel more control-y than normal. So, we saw... Yeah, this, I think this is Jeskai. Jeskai control, maybe? Serum Visions. Alright. Collect brutality from us. Let's go for Bloodstained Mire here. So Bloodghast comes back, which is great. Yes. Let's sack a Mire here. Probably just good to go for a Mountain this turn, honestly. Let's go for Adept. Could try Burning Inquiry, but I don't like that card since we have some decent cards in our hand. And no hollow one. Of course, this could be a great card to... let's use it. Just in case we get into a hollow one. If we get into a hollow one and keep it, it's automatically free. But next turn we could have used it for the Flameblade Adept getting in. Now we got rid of the Angler Phoenix and the Burning Inquiry with a Mire. That's fine though. Faithless Looting here is going to help next turn as well. So I'm not too upset about that trade-off. It does mean that the Phoenix can't come in this turn. I'm just worried about the amount of land our opponent's going to have, or the amount of control our opponent's going to have since they are in Jeskai. So that's why I did that turn. Could have done it the following turn to get in for 6. But I wanted to be a little more conservative with our plays, hopefully getting out a hollow one on that turn. Hey Taryn, you finished Devilman yet? I did. Sandstorm, absolutely. Finished Devilman, moved on to some other anime. I liked it. It was a little pretentious. There's a hollow one there, which is great for us. Let's go for Faithless Looting. This makes hollow one 1 mana. Let's see, Cliffs. Let's keep that in hand. Ooh, man, this is a hard one. Because we can go Phoenix into hollow one. So we probably want to get rid of the bolts and the brutality here. No problem. Because Cliffs comes in untapped here. Let's go Cliffs. Let's go hollow one. Let's see if this is going to get countered first. If it doesn't get countered, that means the Phoenix is coming in. Sweet. Gonna pay red? Yes. Coco opening ASAP after the stream. Nice. Getting in for 2, 4, 6, 7 points of damage. Snapcaster Mage coming in to be a blocker for the Bloodghast, I would assume. Can't block the Adept. Let's see if they want to try to, though. I don't know why this is, but I feel like a lot of modern players don't fully grasp Menace. I feel like it's just probably too new of a mechanic, maybe. I don't know. I've had a lot of modern players try and do this and, like, just sit here for minutes. Just be like, you can't do that. You can't do that. I need a cheapish modern deck that is pretty good, and I'm thinking Mardu Pyromancer. Pyromancer's pretty good, Kai. If you want to go like super cheap, like 60 or 70 bucks, you could go into what is it? Rakdos Burn. Any kind of burn deck is really cheap. And of course, any standard deck can be a modern deck. However, I don't recommend that because of the amount of card depth in modern versus standard. Zach, good old modern geezers not knowing the new hip standard mechanics. It's alright. Yeah, Path to Exile and Hollow One. Kind of figured that. We'll say yes. Grab a Swamp is fine. This does bring back Bloodghast, though. And it has haste. So opponent kind of fell into that trap. Unless they have a Magma Spray here. That is it from opponent. Alright. That's pretty fair. Let's go into match 5 here. We are 2-2. I'm happy with those odds so far, especially with a random deck like this. Let's see what we can do. Play first? Yes. Opening hand is 1 land. Burning Inquiries, Goblin Lores, Adept, Looting. This is an amazing, ridiculous, dumb hand. Technically, Menace exists since Fallen Empires. Was it called Menace then, Joey? Or was it just called, like, can't be blocked by more than 2 creatures? Let's go Bloodstained Mire. go for Cliffs. Or Crypt. Blood Crypt. Say yes. Let's go Inquiry here. Gotcha. Get rid of some of those extra cards. Street Wraith. Not bad. Let's go with the Street Wraith cycle here. Nice. Turn 1 hollow one. Pass turn. It was? Oh, it wasn't. Gotcha. That's what I thought. I thought Menace came into, I think it was Theros Block? I believe Theros Block was the one that introduced Menace. It was either Theros Block or it was a core set that introduced the word Menace. Got a Leyline Sphere and a Flagstone. So this is, what is this? Is this the, what is that deck? I can't remember what it's called. It's the Angel deck. I can't remember the name of it. Foothills here for us. Sack that. Just go for a mountain here. 6. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Angler. It became Evergreen in Origins, right? But it was introduced in Theros Block, I believe. Before the word Menace was just called Goblin War Drums Effect. Gotcha. Let's get in for 4. We have 10 power on the board on turn 2. Okay. 8 cards on opponent's hand. Do they dare continue playing? Flagstone of Chokir, okay. Spreading Seas on the Blood Crypt, that's fine. Okay. Opponent's going to take a big hit this turn. Collective Brutality here. Let's go Faithless Looting. Let's see. Get rid of a Brutality, get rid of an Arid Mesa. I think we actually might win this turn. 3, let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, we're not going to win this turn, but we're going to win pretty close to this turn. Yeah, we can't keep them obviously, but it does make it so our opponent is like on the brink of death this next turn. Getting in for 14, dropping them down to 2. All right. Couldn't win that turn just yet, but next turn we'll be able to win. There it is. There's the GG. Bringing in Leyline here. Let's take out an Angler. Let's take out... Thanks, Kai. Oh, man. This is a really fun deck. Like, if I would build a modern deck in paper, this is probably the deck I would build, because it's just dumb. It's really explosive. Assuming this is the... I can't remember the name of the deck for some reason. I know it's a lockdown style deck. I just Ghost, is it a Ghost Quarter deck? Is that what it is? Is that what I'm thinking? Yes, I'm glad I have my hollow ones. Yeah. Yeah, this deck is really fun. I think maybe bringing in Blood Moons might actually be a lot of fun. Taking out the Anglers and Tassigers. Bringing in Blood Moons. Yeah, it might be Prison, Josh. I think that's what I'm thinking of. Ghostly Prison. It's a prison deck. You're right, you're right. That's what I'm thinking. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. Let's check out the Brutalities. Can bring in some Lava Mancers. to do some burn damage. And just hit submit. Amakit pre-release promo was Hollow One. I am very sad. Well, don't be sad now, Henry. It's a pretty good card now in Modern. Still proud I bought 12 Hollow Ones when they were like $2. Nice. We have Street Wraith in hand. Bloodghast. And Lore. Being on the draw here actually makes this a keep for me. Opponent mulligan to 5 there. So we didn't actually get a leyline in opening hand, but I think we'll be okay. Let's see what we can do this next turn. Tap land, Glacial Fortress. Hollow in from our hand here. Let's go for a swamp. Let's go for a Street Wraith cycle. Grim Lavamancer. Okay, pass turn. Alright, opponent 5 cards in hand, going for a second land. Yep. Temple of Enlightenment. Being able to scry. Blood Moon's really going to hurt our opponent, but we need to get into it soon. Bloodstained Mire is great for us. Let's go Bloodstained Mire. Sack that. Grab a Blood Crypt. Say yes. Let's go Goblin Lore. Show me Goblin Lore. Oh, baby. Alright, we got rid of Burning Inquiry, Wooded Foothills, and a Grim Lavamancer. We get a Goblin Lore cast for free. So that does hit us. Hit them. Lots of good stuff to discard thanks to Faithless Looting next turn. I think we're good to go. Just hit pass turn here. Hollow One is 45. What? Oh, 0.45. Gotcha. Alright. Yeah, I would say Hollow One is not the most expensive card in this deck right now. Obviously, you have Bloodghast and your dual lands, that kind of stuff. Ghostly Prison. There it is. Yep. Another Hollow One here. Let's go Faithless Looting. Get rid of Bloodghast. Go Street Wraith. Make a free Hollow One. Let's go Arid Mesa. Bringing back some Bloodghasts. Let's sack this. Grab a Mountain. Oh, we should have done that. We should have paid for the attack here. Pass turn. Can't attack. Should have paid for that attack there. I'll say that's punt number 2. Got too excited there. Alright, let's see if they have a second Ghostly Prison. If they do, they basically have us on lockdown. Supreme Verdict. There it is. Okay. 2 cards in the opponent's hand. Got into a Goblin Lore here. Let's go Faithless Looting real quick. Got rid of a Bloodghast and a Phoenix, I would assume. Yeah, this is going to be a hard game too here. Thanks to knowing what our opponent's playing here. It's really not that big of a deal for us, Gibbage, because of the Bloodghasts. They have constant recursion once we hit lands, so I'm not too afraid of that. I am afraid that our opponent has hit 5 mana, though, so Actually, two cards in hand, 5 mana. So it's going to be very difficult to kind of get around spells or lockdown, depending on what they're doing. 4 going for a Gideon's Intervention. Bloodghast, I would assume. Is that what we're going to pay for? Or Hollow One? So many cards in this deck. I would assume Bloodghast. There it is. Okay, Blood Crypt here. Say no. Sure. It don't matter. They can't do anything. Let's get a Flame Blade Adept out. Then another Adept and pass turn. Has the stream started to lag? It doesn't look like it's lagging on my side, but let me know. Maybe refresh, Saka? Sorry about that. Yeah, I do think this game 2 is probably going to be going to them, thanks to the Ghostly Prison here. Also another Supreme Verdict if it hits. Copy Enchantment, okay. Ghostly Prison. No, Gideon's Intervention, they're going to name Flameblade Adept. That is fair. We have a Flamewake Phoenix in the graveyard here. I want them out of my hand. Bori, that's why. Let's see here. Bloodstained Mire. Let's go Goblin Lore here. Does make the Adepts 4/4s. Also a free Hollow One. Also a Blood Moon. Let's try for a Blood Moon here. 1 card in hand. This does mean that we won't be able to get the Phoenix out, but we do get a free Hollow One here. Alright, passing turn. Can't get any attacks in thanks to Gideon's Intervention and, of course, Ghostly Prison. 2 of the Phoenixes in the graveyard. We can't do those just yet, but we can bring them back next turn. Our opponent's completely out of white right now, so they have mountains and islands. 1 island. 2 cards in hand. Okay, we have plenty of mana to start paying for Ghostly Prisons. Prison. Let's just start yielding to these. Yes. Yes. Just get in for 6 here. No problem. Do you have Settle the Wreckage in hand? You can't use it. All right, now we're back in the game. 3 cards in the opponent's hand. If they're cut off from white, we might see a scoop here, thanks to Supreme Verdicts. Lavamancer's also coming in here. Next turn we'll be able to start pinging them for 2 points of damage. So that does put us down, so we can only attack out with 2 more creatures this turn, but I do think it's very good. Yes. Nice. How I wish they would print Blood Moon instead. I mean, they printed Blood Sun. I mean, that's close. It's kind of close, right? I think we might actually win this next turn if they don't have a play. Four cards in the opponent's hand. Is this game? Looks like it's going to be game. Another Blood Moon. Nice. Let's get in for 6 here. Again, we could have attacked out with another creature that turn. I didn't want to, like, have a wake up to anything. Let's see. Just give it 2 lands here. That's it. Nice. Got to get a quick 2-0 on that 5th match. Oh, man, that was awesome. Well, we did 3-2, 2 punts. Not too bad. Not too bad. Very cool. I really love this deck. This is super fun to play with. Very swingy, very aggressive. Just my style as far as playing in Modern. Oh, man. This deck was awesome. And we actually got past a Prison deck when they got Ghostly Prison out with 2 Gideon's Interventions, naming Bloodghast and the Adept. So that's ridiculous. Free win. Blood Moon is nice. Yeah. Oh man, Blood Moon made that entire interaction so much better for us. That was awesome. That was a great game for us. 3-2 overall, not too bad. But of course, I'm not a Pro Tour player, so I didn't go 5-0 into a top 8 there. Did you do the Bedlam Reveler deck next? Maybe Josh. Maybe next Monday. We'll see about it. But I love it, guys. Love you guys for hanging out. Of course, like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We'd really appreciate it. We're here Monday through Friday at noon Central Standard Time to 5 matches or until 3 p.m., whichever one we hit first. Tomorrow will be a standard deck. Going to do a Marionette Master treasure build with Brass's Bounty, all that kind of fun stuff. Can't wait to show that off today or tomorrow. But that's going to be it for today, guys. I love y'all, and I'm going to go have a nap. I'm just kidding. I'm going to go. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. Peace.